Today is July 17th, midway through the month. Let's go ahead and take a look around the garden to see what's thriving and what is not. All right, then, let's go ahead and start over here. I have a zucchini plant. Initially, I thought I had planted cucumber, so I had sowed 2 seeds each, so I had 4 zucchini plants growing. And then I realized it was that I thought were cucumbers, but then I realized it was zucchini, so I had removed 3 of the plants, and this one has not produced anything as yet, but it's looking good. And I've been checking for, pest damage. So I planted out, what is that? Cucumber beetle. Get out of here. So of course, right. So I planted the cucumber here. This, the jade Chinese long cucumber, and I'm gonna have to spray them to keep the cucumber beetles off of them. I have a couple of okra plants. This one right here, and another okra plant over there. Also in this bed, I have what is this? This is the squash honey baby. This is the one I planted, and the squirrels or whomever, or the chipmunk, took the seeds, so I had to start it in a pot, in a container, and transplanted it out. And over here, these are finally starting to grow. This is the butternut squash, the Burpee's Better Bush butternut squash. 2 plants. I'm gonna see if I can trellis one of them up this trellis. I have some scarlet runner bean, and forgot the other runner bean that I have going here. This is just for decoration. In the back there, I have a volunteer tomato. I told myself I was not going to entertain any volunteer tomato this year, but I'm going to give it a chance to see what it is. All right, here's the sweet pepper beds. In the front, I do have 3 escamilla plants. They are blossoming on some of them, but no fruits as yet. And then I have a couple of big red bells here. A couple of Lisa. No flowers yet on these. What else do I have? I have this is a red sweet pepper. A couple of Edgeversky. Again, nothing is start fruiting as yet in terms of the peppers. I have this echinacea back there. I started it from seed and I planted it out last year. I do not like the growth habit. I think I'm going to remove it. A couple of the calendula are blooming, looking really nice. And this jalapeno pepper plant was in a different spot, and I moved it because I think it was not getting enough sun. And they are fruiting quite a few jalapeno peppers on this plant. Of course, the yarrow is sprawling. Just a couple more peppers to show. I have 1 Rowea pepper here. And the Cali Wonder Bell. Again, nothing has started fruiting as yet in terms of that pepper. another volunteer tomato. Let's see what it is. And then here are my 3 Roma tomato plants. They're fruiting. You know, I want to plant the Roma tomatoes that does not get that big. So I'm going to have to look into see the type that doesn't get this big. I don't like them this big. I don't want this big. I don't want them to be sprawling. I like the tiny ones that are compact. So yeah, that's what I'm going to have to look into. Now here's the bed that has the spaghetti squash and the buttercup squash. There were so many fruits that were not pollinated from both the spaghetti squash and the buttercup squash. I just don't know what's going on. The bees are not doing their job. Some of those need to be trimmed. I'm going to show you this buttercup squash. Looks like it is a combination of a buttercup and a spaghetti. Now, these are not from saved seeds. These are seeds from the seed packets. So I don't know why that buttercup squash is looking so different. Let's take a closer look at the buttercup squash. There it is. The top looks to be the buttercup and the bottom looks to be a spaghetti. Let me know what you think. Now, I'm a little bit afraid to go down this area because the I'm a little bit afraid to go down this area because the bumblebees are very intimidating. Now in this spot, it looks like the squirrels planted something else. Looks to be cucumber. I'm just gonna wait and see what it is. Over here, I can see that the betterneck squash, one of them, I think I did hand pollinate this one. It's doing well. Quite a few of them on here as well. Did not germinate, did not pollinate. Now in this bed, the bumblebees took over this bed, and I really can't go too close to this bed because they are very aggressive. Those bumblebees. One of them even stung me the other day, so I went out and got myself a bee suit. Yeah. So in this bed, I have eggplants and a true Scotch bonnet pepper in the front here. It's not flowering as yet, but I'm sure we'll get some fruits before the end of the season. Here's my other jalapeno pepper in this spot right here. Already picked some fruits off of it. So yes, it's doing well. And of course, my 5 pots with my raspberry shortcakes. And it looks like they are starting to fruit. So let's see what we'll get this year. Here's the mint. It's a combination of spearmint and chocolate mint. Yeah, 2 types of mint in this pot. Cannot get close to this bed, and I know that I have some eggplants that needs to be harvested. So I'm gonna have to suit up and come out and take care of it. Here are the bags with the rest of the sweet potatoes. There are 5 bags, and of course I am trying my best to keep the vines off the ground. Don't like the sprawling too much. So let's see what we get out of all of these. Now here is my green stalk tower. Got a few things in here. I have some bean plants. I have some, what is this, parsley. I have some Strawberry plants. Looks like they need fertilization. And I do have another zucchini plant in here, which I think I'm going to go ahead and remove. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. I might remove it from here. This zucchini. Parsley, like I said, and some Tiny Tim cherry tomato, as well as a couple of orange hat tomatoes. Let me see. We have already picked some of the tomatoes from the Tiny Tim and the orange hat. Let's see. I don't see any of the orange hat ready right now. All right. Still haven't done anything about the Swiss chard that needs to be cut back. Take off some of the older leaves, but it is what it is. A couple of bean plants in this pot. I have a couple of blueberry plants. This is the pink icing in this pot, as well as the jelly bean in this pot over here. And here's the, this is the butternut squash. You know, last year when I grew this plant, the vine was very contained. It was a small vine, it maybe 4 feet, and it didn't go any further. This year, it's taken all over. It's all over the place. It was very deceiving, very deceiving. Here's the pot with my green onions. I'm afraid to go any closer. And in the back over there, I have some carrots that needs to be harvested. I already harvested one of the pots with the carrots. Here are a couple more squash, the butternut squash that I hope are pollinated. Like I said, I'm a chicken and I'm not going to go close to this bed unless I'm wearing my suit. All right, let me take you over to my patio area to show you what I have growing nearby. So here I have more cucumbers. It seems like because I messed up earlier in the season with the cucumber, I went crazy with cucumber. So this is the mini me cucumber. And in this spot I have a cannella beans. I planted a bunch of them. I sowed a bunch of seeds, but only one germinated. Of course, these seeds are a couple of years old, so possible germination rate goes down. Thyme in this pot. Some chives that I cut back recently, and they are regrowing. And in this pot I have a kale. It's one of the family of the dinosaur kale. I forgot the exact name, but yeah, that's in that pot. Here's my pot with the coleus. Of course, all of my coleus I started from seeds this year again, and this one is looking really nice. Here's the honeysuckle plant that needs some attention. I know the hummingbirds love this plant. Now, this is the sweet pea. I am wondering if this is the way it normally grows. This is my first time planting sweet peas. Does it seem to die off at the bottom? Or is there something wrong with mine? If anyone knows, let me know. Thank you for stopping by to check out what's going on in the garden in mid-July. I'll give an update at the end of the month, and hopefully we'll have some peppers to show off. My name is Diane. Thank you for joining me today. Bye for now.